you're watching Times Now. I'm Pratibha. First up, let's begin with the historic decision taken by the top court in the country. The Supreme Court stayed the use of the sedition law and directed the centre and the states to not register any fresh FIRs invoking sedition charges until the law is reviewed. In the pending sedition cases, the Supreme Court said that those who are languishing in jail under sedition charges can approach the courts and seek bail. The Congress has now jumped to take credit, claiming that it was the Congress that vowed to remove sedition in its 2019 manifesto. In fact, Rahul Gandhi also tweeted saying that to speak the truth is patriotism and not treason.
You have matters which are pending. What will happen to those matters? What will happen to people who are in jail? What will happen to people who have bail? What will happen to cases where there is multiple charges of 124A and other charges? I mean, there will be chaos. So normally the traditional situation has been possibly not to consider passing any kind of orders or directions in the meantime. Finally, whatever happens, of course, it's another matter.
Legal editor Harish Nair is with us. This is a historic decision taken by the Supreme Court, Harish. Now all the sedition cases have been put in abeyance. Sedition law, in fact, has been put in abeyance. As far as the sedition cases are concerned, they can now approach the courts and seek bail or action in that case. But until the centre reviews this view on sedition, there are going to be some changes there.
Yes, this is the order from the Supreme Court as far as the sedition law is concerned. The Supreme Court has stayed the invocation of 124A till the centre re-examines, reconsiders and reassesses the Section 124 sedition law. Remember, even the centre has given strong signal that it may not completely repeal or revoke the Section 124 sedition law, but may bring in more safeguards to ensure that there is no misuse of this law. Remember, the Chief Justice N.V. Ramana had even yesterday and also today reminded the centre that this law is being used. There is large number of complaints that this law is being used to stifle dissent and also crack down on free speech and expression. So there has to be safeguards. The misuse should be ended, and also ask the centre whether it even favored retaining a colonial law, archaic law, which was even used to suppress freedom movement. And even in the affidavit, the centre has said that even the Prime Minister Modi has said that on the 75th year of independence, when the country is celebrating Amrit Mahotsav, the centre is in favor of removing the colonial baggage of outdated laws, and this exercise is part of it. And so today's biggest takeaway is that Supreme Court has said that as regards new cases that cannot be permitted, the centre and states should direct prosecuting agencies not to book anyone under Section 124A. Number two, as far as the pending sedition cases are concerned, all the accused can approach the competent court and seek bail. And so a very, very significant order coming in from the Supreme Court, which has in fact stayed the sedition law, the invocation of 124A, till the centre re-examines and reassesses the sedition law, and the Supreme Court has also given the centre time till July 3rd week. So July 3rd week will be when Supreme Court will take up the matter next.
That's right, but you know, it looks like the centre is stepping towards either watering down the sedition or completely, or at least scrapping it. Harish, stay with us. There's politics playing out over the issue as well. The BJP has said that this is a historic decision, but we have the Congress party that is claiming credit for it.
I have to see the judgment. What is the judgment? I have not seen yet. We have made our position very clear, and we also informed the Honourable Court about the intention of the Honourable Prime Minister. Beyond that, if anything else have happened, I don't know. But one thing I must say is that we respect the court, we respect the independence of the court. But there are things which is called Lakshman Rekha. All the organs of the state must respect each other and also to practice our respect in letter and spirit. Whatever we say, whatever we do.
देखिए, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आने के बाद कुछ कानून बनाए भी जो ज़रूरत थी, और जो बाबा आदम के ज़माने के कुछ कानून थे, कुछ अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने के कानून थे, कुछ मुग़लों के ज़माने के भी कानून चल रहे थे किताबों में, उनको ख़त्म भी किया। और जो देश की ज़रूरत थी, देश की आवश्यकता थी, ये नहीं था किया कि अब कोई कानून बन गया तो वो पत्थर की लकीर हो गया, कानून किताब से हट नहीं सकता। देश की ज़रूरत के हिसाब से कानून बने भी और कानून ख़त्म भी किए गए।
You must understand, this law of sedition is a colonial era law, more than 160 years old. The British brought it. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken a very bold stand, whereby he has said in the 75th years of our independence, the government itself will have a detailed review of this law as to how a proper balance can be there for the need of security and safety and terrorism, and also respecting civil liberty and human rights. So that stand has been conveyed. And don't forget, under his leadership, nearly 1,400 colonial laws have been repealed, many when I was handling this portfolio. Therefore, it is a very bold decision taken.
Supreme Court has now put the sedition law into abeyance after the centre's considered position that will reconsider and re-examine this colonial provision. But for the Congress party to take credit for this, like Rahul Gandhi is attempting to, the Congress party should explain that why in 2019, when their manifesto spoke about doing away with sedition law, were they imposing sedition law in Rajasthan and in Maharashtra most recently against the likes of Navneet Rana, against journalists, against political rivals.
So the Congress party saying it welcomes it and also saying this was part of their manifesto in 2019. In fact, Rahul Gandhi also tweeted that to speak the truth is patriotism and not treason. Nilashish joins us live. Nilashish, as politics plays out, questions being raised on the Congress party because Rahul Gandhi tweeted saying this is not treason, completely forgetting or conveniently leaving out the fact that in Maharashtra, very recently, the Ranas have been booked under sedition for simply saying that they will recite the Hanuman Chalisa. All right, we're facing audio issues there, but let's take in reactions that are coming in from the opposition as well. And you'll see the duplicity there, because when the sedition charges were slapped on the Ranas, not a word spoken. And now that the centre has decided to water it down, the opposition welcoming it.
कांग्रेस 2019 में ये कानून खत्म करना चाहती थी। आज देश की सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस पर पाबंदी लगाकर साबित कर दिया कि हमारा रास्ता सही है, लोगों की आवाज उठती रहेगी, यही जन आंदोलन की परिपाटी है। जय हिंद।
It's good that the Supreme Court, hearing this case, has now ordered that this section must be kept in abeyance, stayed all pending proceedings, and directed the central and the state governments not to register new cases. The plea of the government, Modi government, that it will review the cases is specious because it has been misusing grossly this sedition law to harass all dissent. Since 2014, since this BJP government came into office, 326 people were arrested under the sedition law, and only 6 of them were convicted by the courts.
How do you look at it? Actually, जो है ना, ये सेडिशन का मिसयूज हो रहा है, और जो सरकारें अपनी मर्जी से जिसको पॉलिटिकल कुछ इनके साथ हुआ है और उनके छोटे मोटे स्टेटमेंट को तोड़ मरोड़ करके उसको सेडिशन लगाया जा रहा है। मैं इस जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की वर्डिक्ट है, मैं इसका वेलकम करता हूं, और श्योर इसके ऊपर एक बार पूर्ण विचार होना चाहिए, उसके बाद उस पर लागू।
देशद्रोह का मामला सेक्शन 124A, इस पर सरकार दुविधा में नहीं है। ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट के द्वारा इस कानून पर दिया गया है, और ये भी स्पष्ट है कि इस कानून का समय समय पर दुरुपयोग हुआ है। ठीक है, जो कुछ जायज़ भी हुआ, जो वास्तव में देशद्रोह की परिधि में आते हैं, देश के खिलाफ काम करने वाले लोग, उनके खिलाफ होना चाहिए, लेकिन इसका इस्तेमाल राजनीतिक दृष्टि से भी हुआ है, काफ़ी हुआ है। तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा फैसला है।
So the Congress party, they're taking credit for the stance of the centre. Nilashish is still with us. Nilashish, the Supreme Court has also, while putting this in abeyance, also made a mention of the Hanuman Chalisa sedition controversy. All right, we're shifting our focus now to some breaking news coming in after Rahul Gandhi mocked the centre. The law minister has hit out at Rahul Gandhi, saying Congress party stood with the breaking India forces. Empty words by Rahul Gandhi. If there is one party that is in the antithesis of freedom, democracy and respect for institutions, it is the Indian National Congress. This party has always stood with breaking India forces and left no opportunity to divide India. That's the first reaction coming in from Kiran Rijiju on the tweet that Rahul Gandhi had put up, where he said to speak the truth is not treason. That's a statement coming in from the law minister responding to Rahul Gandhi's tweet, where he welcomed the centre stand while also saying that speaking the truth is patriotism and not treason. So this is a statement coming in from the law minister. Remember, the centre has made its stance clear in the second affidavit that had been filed by the centre in the sedition case. It said that there is a need to review the sedition law because it is not in line with the civil liberties. The Congress party has said that this was in its manifesto in 2019, also claiming credit for the stance that the centre has taken. But the BJP hitting out at the Congress party, firstly reminding that very recently in Maharashtra, the sedition charges had been used on the Ranas. In Rajasthan as well, sedition charges have been invoked. Then how is it that the Congress party says that it gets the credit for the charges being dropped? So after Rahul Gandhi mocked the centre, now a response coming in from the law minister. Nilashish. Nilashish, if you're still with us, this is the response coming in from the law minister after the statement, the tweet that was put out by Rahul Gandhi. All right, we continue to have these audio issues, but you saw the reaction that's coming in from the Congress party first, after which the centre has responded to it as well. We're slipping into a short break here. We'll be right back with lots more. Do stay with us.